Shares of Dollar Tree slid more than 10% Wednesday morning after the discount chain said its second quarter profit could fall by as much as 50%.
On your wallet, prices have long influenced where we shop. For cheaper options, many head to Dollar Tree.
If you're still shopping at Dollar Tree like it's 2019, this might be your wake-up call. Because in 2025, some of the products sitting on those $1.25 shelves aren't just cheap. They're dangerous, defective, or downright useless. We're talking about items that burn out, break down, or mess with your health, all while pretending to save you money. And the worst part? Most shoppers have no idea what they're risking until it's too late. One of these Dollar Tree items has been quietly pulled from classrooms due to safety concerns. Another could start a fire in your kitchen. A third looks like a harmless bargain until you pop the lid and realize it expired 3 years ago. And yet, every day, people keep grabbing these things off the shelf, thinking they're getting a deal. The truth? They're just setting themselves up for frustration, failure, or worse. Former employees, product testers, even angry parents have come forward in recent months to warn shoppers about what's really happening behind the scenes. And once you hear what they're saying, you'll never look at Dollar Tree the same way again. So before you toss another off-brand battery in your cart or stir soup with that mystery plastic spatula, take a few minutes to watch this, because what you're about to discover could protect your wallet, your home, and maybe even your health. Let's dive into the 7 Dollar Tree items only fools are still buying in 2025. Walk into any Dollar Tree and you'll spot them hanging neatly in the hardware aisle: extension cords, outlet splitters, USB wall plugs. At first glance, they look like a total steal. A power strip for just over $1? What could go wrong, right? The answer: everything. And people are finding that out the hard way. In recent years, consumer safety groups have flagged multiple off-brand electrical items from discount retailers, including Dollar Tree, for failing basic safety standards. We're talking about cords overheating, plugs melting, and power strips that sparked just minutes after being used. These aren't wild conspiracy theories. There are videos, reviews, and even fire department warnings backing them up. One homeowner shared on Reddit that their Dollar Tree extension cord literally fused itself to the wall after just 2 days of use. Another posted a photo of a scorched plug that left a permanent burn mark in their outlet. These aren't one-offs, they're part of a pattern. Many of these ultra-cheap devices lack built-in surge protection, proper wiring, or fire-resistant materials. It's bargain bin wiring masquerading as household safety gear. And the packaging? It'll never say, "This might torch your bedroom." It just promises convenience and multi-outlet design. But when you flip it over, you'll often find tiny disclaimers. Not for continuous use. Do not use with high wattage appliances, or worse, no safety certifications at all. Think about it. Are you really going to trust your phone charger, your lamp, or your kid's gaming console to a power source that costs less than a pack of gum? Bottom line, some risks aren't worth the discount. And when it comes to electricity, one bad plug could turn your home into a headline. But if you think it's just cords and cables, wait until you see what Dollar Tree's putting in your medicine cabinet. You'd think picking up painkillers, allergy relief, or cold medicine would be a safe, routine choice, especially when it's sitting neatly on a Dollar Tree shelf for just $1.25. But what if we told you that some of those tiny bottles could be hiding inconsistent dosages, inactive ingredients, and quality control nightmares that would make a pharmacist cringe? Dollar Tree has been selling generic versions of popular medications for years. They look official, they come with all the fine print, and they seem like a harmless way to save a few bucks. But what many people don't know is that several of Dollar Tree's suppliers, especially the ones behind those tiny pill bottles and blister packs, have been flagged multiple times by the FDA for failing to meet basic quality standards. We're talking about manufacturing plants that couldn't prove the consistency of their formulations. Labs where record-keeping was so sloppy, the government stepped in. One company that supplied Dollar Tree with medication was even cited for not properly testing the potency of its drugs. In plain English, you might be swallowing a pill that does absolutely nothing, or worse, does something unpredictable. And the symptoms? You might not even realize the medicine failed you. A cold that just won't go away, a headache that mysteriously lingers, or side effects that feel worse than the illness you were trying to treat in the first place. Some consumers have even reported stomach irritation, dizziness, or allergic reactions after taking Dollar Tree meds that appeared to be completely standard. Let's be real, medicine is not where you want to roll the dice. Sure, saving a few dollars sounds nice, but when it comes to your body, your health, your peace of mind, is it worth gambling on bargain bin pills? If your stomach's already turning, hold on tight, because the next item might actually be poisoning your food, one stir at a time. You might think you're saving money when you grab a $1.25 slotted spoon or plastic spatula from Dollar Tree, but you could be stirring toxic chemicals straight into your dinner without even realizing it. Because many of these ultra-cheap kitchen tools aren't just low quality. They're made from mystery plastics that break down under heat, leach chemicals, and warp faster than you can say non-stick pan. The real danger starts when those bargain utensils meet high temperatures. Most aren't made to withstand the kind of heat you use for frying, boiling, or baking. In fact, some start to soften and bend before your pot even comes to a full simmer. But it's not just about the handle drooping or the edge melting. It's what's getting into your food that you really need to worry about. Independent lab tests have found that some low-grade kitchen plastics release bisphenol A, BPA, and other hormone-disrupting chemicals when heated. Others use colorants and fillers that aren't rated food safe but still end up in utensils. And let's not forget the scratchy texture or flaking edges you sometimes notice after a few uses. That's not wear and tear, it's degradation. Bits of plastic could be breaking off into your soup, stew, or sauté. And here's the kicker. There are almost never labels telling you what kind of plastic these are made from. No recycling code, no temperature rating, just made in China and a barcode, and you're supposed to trust that with your family's food? It might seem like a small purchase, but when the tools you use every day are slowly poisoning your meals, is that really a place to cut corners? Because once you see what's leaking out of these next Dollar Tree products, you'll never leave them inside a remote, a toy, or even your flashlight again. At first glance, it feels like a genius move. Grab a pack of AA or AAA batteries at Dollar Tree for a fraction of the price you'd pay anywhere else. They're right by the register, labeled super heavy duty, and come in bright, energetic packaging. But here's the truth. The only thing these batteries are heavy with is disappointment. And if you've ever opened a TV remote and found it oozing with battery acid, you probably already know what's coming. Dollar Tree's off-brand batteries, often sold under names like Sunbeam or eCircuit, have earned a reputation for dying fast, leaking early, and leaving behind a sticky, corrosive mess that can destroy your electronics. And we're not just talking about dollar store toys. These things have ruined flashlights, ruined thermostats, and even corroded battery terminals on baby monitors. Yes, baby monitors. The reason? Many of these low-end batteries use outdated zinc-carbon chemistry, which has a far higher failure rate than modern alkaline or lithium options. They're cheaper to make, they hold less charge, and they're far more prone to leaking, especially if left unused inside a device for too long. But nobody mentions that on the label. You just think you're getting a bargain till your kid's toy starts glitching or your emergency flashlight won't turn on when you actually need it. And let's not forget how frustrating it is to replace these things every other week. You might think you're saving a couple bucks, but in the long run, you'll pay more replacing devices and batteries over and over again. So the next time you're tempted to toss a pack into your cart, ask yourself, is it worth the risk to your electronics, your peace of mind, or your sanity? And if you think that's bad, just wait until you hear what might be hiding in your child's backpack. It's back to school season, and you're racing through Dollar Tree grabbing the usual suspects: crayons, markers, glue sticks, notebooks. It feels smart, practical, budget-friendly. But what if we told you that some of those school supplies have quietly made their way onto classroom do-not-use lists? And the reason might make your stomach turn. Over the past few years, certain off-brand crayons and art supplies sold at discount stores have been flagged for containing toxic materials, including lead and unsafe dye compounds. That's right, lead, the same dangerous neurotoxin we've spent decades trying to eliminate from paint, pipes, and gasoline, is now lurking in something your child might chew on or draw with. One third-party test by consumer safety watchdogs found traces of asbestos-like fibers in some crayons sold at deep discount retailers. And while Dollar Tree wasn't always named directly, their suppliers often source from the same factories as other bottom-dollar brands. The problem? There's very little oversight in many of these manufacturing facilities. Labels like non-toxic or safe for children get printed regardless of actual safety testing. And it's not just crayons. Parents have complained about glue sticks that dry up in hours, markers that barely work, and scissors that break on the first snip. Teachers are speaking out too, begging families not to send these bargain bin items into the classroom because they waste time, fall apart, or worse, put kids at risk. Let's be honest, no one wants to think their kids' art supplies could be dangerous. But when the price tag seems too good to be true, it usually is. And when it comes to your child's health, even one sketchy crayon is one too many. But believe it or not, there's something even sneakier sitting on Dollar Tree's shelves. And it's disguised as emergency food. Stocking up on canned food from Dollar Tree might sound like a smart backup plan. After all, it's shelf-stable, non-perishable, and cheap. But what if that emergency can of soup, beans, or veggies you grabbed was already halfway to spoiled before it even hit your cart? You'd be shocked how many Dollar Tree canned goods come with hidden surprises, and we're not talking about bonus corn kernels. Here's the deal. Some of these cans are perfectly fine, but others, they're products nearing their expiration dates, or in some cases, suspiciously relabeled. Yes, relabeled. Some manufacturers are known to print new, best-by dates over older ones, or ship nearly expired surplus to discount retailers to unload quietly. It's all technically legal, barely, but it means you could be buying food that's been sitting in a warehouse for years. And it's not just about the date. Customers have reported dented, rusted, or bulging cans on the shelves, huge red flags for potential contamination or botulism. Others open cans to find discolored contents, off smells, or mystery textures that definitely didn't match the label. One shopper even shared that their can of chicken noodle soup had more oily residue than broth, and it wasn't even expired, or so the label said. Even worse, Dollar Tree's food aisles often lack proper rotation practices. That means older stock doesn't always get pulled first, so you might be grabbing the worst of the batch without realizing it. And when every penny counts, that's not just frustrating, it's risky. You deserve food you can trust, especially in emergencies. So before you throw those bargain cans in your pantry, take a hard look at the label and maybe think twice about where you're buying your long-term supplies. Coming up next, a surprising twist, because despite everything we've said, there actually are a few Dollar Tree buys that might still be worth your money. All right, after all that, you might be thinking, should I just never set foot in Dollar Tree again? Not so fast, because while plenty of items deserve to stay on the shelf or in the trash, there are still a few hidden gems that consistently deliver surprising value for just $1.25. Take greeting cards, for example. Why spend $5 to say happy birthday when Dollar Tree carries perfectly good cards for a fraction of the price? We're talking Hallmark branded, full color, foil stamped quality that costs less than the ink in your printer. It's one of the rare moments where cheap doesn't mean cheesy. Then there's glassware. If you've ever hosted a party or just needed a few extra cups without worrying about breaking your fancy set, Dollar Tree's glass tumblers and wine glasses are surprisingly solid. They look sleek, feel weighty, and won't make you cry if one crashes to the floor during dinner. And don't overlook the seasonal decor. From Halloween cobwebs to Christmas ornaments, Dollar Tree lets you deck the halls without draining your bank account. Sure, it's not heirloom quality, but when it comes to quick, fun decorations that look decent from a distance, you're getting real bang for your buck. Oh, and let's not forget about cleaning supplies. While some off-brand formulas fall flat, basic items like scrub brushes, sponges, and spray bottles actually hold their own. Just don't expect miracles from the cleaner itself. Use your favorite brand and pair it with these budget tools. So yes, there are a few winners buried among the duds, but when you know what to skip and what to snag, you become a smarter, safer shopper. Now that we've separated the gems from the junk, let's wrap this up with a clear message you won't forget. So what's the real takeaway here? It's not that Dollar Tree is all bad or that you should boycott it entirely. It's that in 2025, smart shopping isn't about saving the most. It's about knowing the difference between a bargain and a booby trap. Because what looks like a deal at first glance can end up costing you your money, your health, or even your peace of mind. From mystery pills to short-lived batteries, flimsy cooking tools to potentially toxic school supplies, the danger isn't always printed on the label. But now you know better. You know that a dollar saved isn't worth it if it means risking your home, your kids, or your own safety. And when something seems suspiciously cheap, there's usually a reason. At the same time, not everything is doom and gloom. There are still a few places where Dollar Tree delivers real value. Cards that don't break the bank, seasonal decor that lets you celebrate on a budget, basic glassware and household tools that serve their purpose without drama. But you have to shop with your eyes wide open. Because in a world of shiny packaging and too good to be true prices, the best tool in your cart isn't your wallet, it's your judgment. So the next time you walk into Dollar Tree, ask yourself, is this a smart buy or a silent regret waiting to happen? Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more brutally honest breakdowns of the stores we all shop at. Until next time, stay sharp, stay smart, and never stop asking what's really behind the price tag.